tree, got the hemp, got the flare. I'm gon' lean in this chair, about to put this in the air. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga.
What's up with y'all out there? This is Best Way to Smoke Unfiltered. Man, you can follow us everywhere at Best Way to Smoke. I'm Big J. Make sure you stay elevated at all times.
What's poppin', y'all? See Poppin' Professional Hype Woman. What a weekend. What a weekend. How is everybody's Monday?
Man, Monday is great. Monday is great though, but I'm gonna keep it real though. I'm a little tired. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little tired. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm right there with you. Team no sleep.
But a great weekend though, for sure. Hell yeah.
Right. Rightfully so. I know the weekend hasn't stopped. You know, it's some people's extra day off for those who are celebrating Memorial Day. You know, some of us still had to work, but it is what it is.
Right. So I was off from one and did some other work and shit though. So I was still moving around and doing shit though. So it's like, yeah. But it's a good thing though. It's a blessing to be able to move around and do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I will give it up to that. After my dog's looking at me right now, like, because she can't move to get by my feet. So my dog, she's just like looking, because I have it blocked off. Like you should see my setup. But anyways, besides the point. Yes, it's a blessing to be moving around.
She probably want to get on camera though. You know what I'm saying?
She would sit right on my lap if she could. She's
probably
walking around right now. When she comes back over here, I'll pick her up.
Yeah, she probably want to say hi to people and shit. You know what I'm saying? But look, you know, like we said, we're gonna always highlight people in cannabis that's doing the right thing, you know, and that's advocates, you know, and that's making things happen and shining light on areas that some people don't know that's even happening. That's in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna give a shout out to Al Harrington. Some of y'all might know who Al Harrington is, though. He was, you know, he played in the NBA for I think was in the league for 16 years. Yeah, he was in the league for 16 years, though. He was doing his thing with the Nuggets for a while, though. He played with AI and Carmelo Anthony. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But he's out here in LA doing his thing, and he's a native of LA. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Al Harrington is a former 16-year NBA veteran who founded Viola Brands, named after his grandmother who found relief using cannabis for her glaucoma, which has grown into a major multi-state operator. So here's a look into his advocacy and his impact. The Viola Accelerator, Harrington didn't just build a brand, he launched an incubator program specifically designed to fast track minority-owned cannabis businesses, aiming to create 100 Black millionaires in the cannabis space to counteract the damage done by the war on drugs. It's always nice to see somebody that's advocating, especially someone that has a name, and that, you know, some people gonna pay attention when he's speaking about certain things, though. They're gonna come out to check it out. So here's his work as a social equity leader. He actively lobbies both locally in LA and on national level for equitable licensing laws, ensuring that people from communities heavily impacted by policing actually get a piece of the legal market's financial upside. Here's his corporate voice with the street cred, though. On social media, he regularly uses his platform to bridge the gap between corporate cannabis executives, professionals, sports organizations, and legacy operators from the culture. So shout out to Al Harrington for doing his thing and actually taking the time out, not just to get into the business just to make money, but to get into the business to actually advocate so everybody gets a fair chance in the industry.
That's right. LA locals really be doing their thing.
Let
me just add, but shout out to him for definitely spreading the word and getting out there. Not a lot of influencers want to do that.
Right.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
Right.
But shout out to him. Shout out to Grams. Grandma for putting them on.
Right. And happy Memorial's Day to the people that's out there celebrating Memorial's Day. Now it's Memorial's Night. You know what I'm saying? It's Memorial's Night.
Some people are still going at it. Some people.
Oh yeah, ain't no question. Ain't no question. There was a lot of barbecue grills going. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of grilling, a lot of potato salad, and you know what I'm saying, that canned sodas and all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
On the real.
Did you get to stop at a cookout today, Big J?
Nah, I guess it's different. Nigga been doing that like my whole damn life. You know what I'm saying? Cookouts and grilling. I used to always be the one grilling and stuff like that though. So I guess it just don't it's cool doing it though, but I'm just like, if I got other stuff to do, other stuff to do come before that though. But a nigga might slide by somebody else and get a plate.
That's it.
Ain't nothing at the house, a nigga might do that.
What about you? Myself the grill. No, I was working all day, but like, I love me a cookout. That's one of like my favorite things. One of my favorite gatherings is a cookout. Like, so I can't wait to get myself a grill so I could have some of my own.
Mm-hmm.
Because ain't nothing like a family vibe, a cookout. Some card games, some shit talk.
Yep. Some smoked salmon with some barbecue sauce on it. You know what I'm saying? Some barbecue shrimp or something. I'll go that way with little mushrooms mixed in it. You know what I mean?
That's right. Okay, perfect.
Oh, every day.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's one of them ones. Pop is one of those ones. We gonna get. Hey, look, we gonna get through this shit together, though. You know what I'm saying? We just soldiers. We here for y'all, man. We want to bring it to the people that be tapping in with us or whatever.
Listen, shout out to Consistent J. This one right here. Okay, Consistent J. Because
point the other way. Yeah.
Shout out to Consistent J. Because listen, when I'm tired, he just gives that push to push past the tiredness. And when I say a team no sleep over here, but for good reason. Great reason. Can't even complain. It was one hell of a weekend, and we're gonna get through. We're gonna get through.
So what was we doing on the weekend?
Best way to paint, baby.
Oh,
best way to paint. I still feel so good from it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was very happy with the turnout. I'm very happy with everyone who came. New faces, familiar faces. All the amazing staff that we had that contributed to making our vision come to life. The media that pulled up to capture content, the influencers that pulled up to capture content and just vibe with us, not really come to do something, but really just come to vibe with us, like DJ Phobic. Like I said, he's been rocking with me since before these cameras like came out on me, like type deal. Like he's so like a lot of the people who've been there to the start of my journey.
Right.
It was such a blessing having everyone there and just everyone really having a good time. Huge shout out to Hugo, Worldwide Hugo.
Ain't no question.
He smacked the mic as usual.
Man.
It was a game changer having him on the mic while everybody was paying. It was just, I told y'all he was hilarious. The people who were there know what I'm talking about. It was just funny as hell. It was funny as hell. So, but it was a great time. Great food, great drink, great entertainment, great painting, great venue. Shout out to Doses Lounge. Shout out to Doses Lounge. Yes. Mr. Cannabis Businessman lives up to that title. He's definitely a stand-up businessman who definitely we wouldn't have been able to do this without him. It was just setting was just
ain't no question. It works. It works. Hell yeah. And it was just exciting even going into it though. You know what I'm saying? Waking up yesterday morning and it's like, man, You know what I'm saying? Like we finna do this.
We didn't even have no doubts.
No, not at all. Not
we
at
didn't
all.
have no doubts.
Not at all.
We were like, yeah. Yeah, yes to all of this.
Got in there, and look, to other people that might want to, you know, have an event at Doses Lounge, the hospitality there is great. You know what I'm saying? Like from helping set up with the setup, from, you know, different things. It was effortless on our part to be able to focus on what was going on with our with the Puffin Paint and Mr. Cannabis. The Cannabis businessman helped out with everything else. You know what I mean? It worked.
Yeah,
it worked.
He was he was definitely great support. You know, amazing support. Like everyone. I have no complaints about anybody who was there.
Not at
all.
No
complaints at all. Everyone came through and really knew the assignment. They really knew, okay, we're gonna have a good vibe. We're putting this together. You know,
security was on point. You know
security on point from the door to the parking lot. Okay, shit was just made sense. You know, it just made sense. So that was great. That was amazing. You know, so next one. We're going to do July 26th. It's going to be Leo season. So, you know, might sprinkle little birthday festivities, you know, for your fellow Leo here, you know.
Yeah, we're going to sprinkle some shit up in there for sure.
What kind of shit, DJ? I don't trust you when you talk about sprinkling anything.
Some good shit. Yeah, we're going to sprinkle some good shit. You know what I mean? For
Big
real.
JD with that sprinkle of bullshit.
Man.
But I feel like you need that. You know, you definitely need that. Like, I don't think I'll be able to have fun. Fuck out of here. I don't feel like I would have fun without that. You know, without a little fuck that. You know,
gotta have it, man. Man, we ain't got the Destructo no more, so you know what I mean. We gotta have a little bit of that.
Yeah,
you know
a little balance. You know, a little balance.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
Everything. And
no,
Hugo,
huh? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, worldwide Hugo, he definitely did a great job. And shout out to us though, you know what I'm saying, for doing something a little different, because if there is a Puffin Paint out there that had the aspect of a comedian hosting, I haven't seen it before though. So I think I'm gonna say we the first to do it this way, to actually have the live DJ there with the music cracking and have a comedian host doing a thing and stuff like that though. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope. But I want to say this, man, go check out Worldwide Hugo. You know, tap into him on Instagram. He does a comedy show for mental health called Laugh Away From Home. So definitely tap into that though. You know what I mean? And look up Doses Lounge, tap into Doses Lounge, and look up DJ Phobic. You know what I mean? Pop, you know how to spell it. I think it's DJ PHOBIK. Tap into it on everything.
That's right. Yeah, shout out to all the talent who came, all the supporters who came.
Yep.
Everything from beginning to the end was just, it just worked. It just worked. So I think my favorite part, like one of my favorite parts was like when people got there and they just started, you know, people who got there, they started doing their own thing. They got their pre-roll on the entry. Huge shout out to Warrior Water for sponsoring the waters, the alkaline water. So nothing like, you know, it could have been anything, right? Anything, but like just having like a Black owned product that was health conscious about what they're doing, from not just the product you're consuming, but even like the can.
Right.
You know, like he didn't put in stuff in plastic. He didn't put it in nothing that was like that could potentially be dangerous. He thought about even the can, like of how he was gonna do things. So like, and he just donated a gang of product to not even just Best Way to Paint, but to the lounge. And and again, another brand that's been rocking with me since before these cameras hit. Like, appreciate them. I can't even thank everybody enough. Like the media, Jerome, shout out to Birthright Cinema, shout out to Brian, Curly Editing, like shout out to Hesh Hippie, like everyone, Emily. Yes, shout out to Emily. Yes, her little recap video was fire.
Super. Yeah.
But I think my favorite part was people came in and like some creatives, once they started, like before we even started guiding anything, they was just like, they just went in and did their own shit. Like at some point they were just like, they just going and doing their own stuff. And it was like, okay, they let their creativity take over, you know? Right. So that was a good time.
Yeah, that's the best way. And like for me, my favorite part is it's the communitizing. You know what I'm saying? Like the communitizing of everybody. You know, it's actually an opportunity to meet different people, because you could come, you know, it might be somebody you don't know, you know what I'm saying? You could chop it up. It might be something in the realm you could network. You know, it was people up in there networking and all that. So just the idea of being able to communitize, you know what I mean? And that was my favorite part, seeing that aspect of it. And seeing my nigga tell him jokes though, you know what I mean? Some of them was hidden. We was talking about this off the camera though, but when he hit you with that Michael Jackson, talking about you could have you tried out for the Michael Jackson movie, that's gonna live in my head for the rest of my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you had the good. All you needed was the motherfucking glove, Pop. You know what I'm saying? Man, all you needed was
I love a good roasting. You know, when people get offended, I'm like, come on. I love a good roasting.
Hey, fuck all that getting offended. You better get your get back.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, you think that was funny? One of the funniest jokes that's gonna live in my head forever was, I was telling people, like, make sure you guys book this guy. He does, you know, show like hostings, show birthdays, weddings, funerals. He was talking about reading a eulogy. I was like, I need you to read mine. And he was like, nah, people who ain't shit live forever. He's like, Pop, you can live till you 97 talking shit.
I'm
never gonna forget that. And I'm like, okay, probably will.
that nigga, that shit was funny as a motherfucker though.
That's a fact though. It'd be those ones.
And nigga done went blurred vision. Hold on, let me fix my camera.
It'll come back. You just gotta upgrade your Android a little bit. I'll come back.
It's back now. But yeah, that shit was funny as a motherfucker though. Yeah, I tripped off like when I grabbed the mic the first time. I'm like, damn, like my microphone at home, no, you know what I'm saying? I could talk in my voice and shit. Though. I was like, damn, you gotta project like a motherfucker with this.
DJ ain't never host a party.
Right. I learned. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were about to be on that mic like a lot more, but you was like, I'm cool. You know, pop and say your shit. You know, you're 1, 2. It was a good time. It was a good time. I can't thank everybody enough for coming.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like everybody that spoke to me about the event, it's like everybody had the same feel. You know what I'm saying? Like they feeling it and they want to see it grow. And shout out to the people that want to help us get it there and help us grow it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be those. Yes. I can't wait.
See, but I wanted you. Did you take your painting with you? Did you take your canvas with you home?
I'm pretty sure it's somewhere.
You gotta finish that shit though, Pop. You can't be playing like that though. You know what I mean? Oh, and we're gonna be coming with
here, there.
And we're gonna be coming with the best way to paint kits. Also, that's gonna come with a paint with the canvas. You know what I'm saying? With a drawing on it. It's gonna be some colors. You know, a few different colors of paint. You know what I mean? And the paint brushes with the canvas stand though. So the best way to paint paint kits will be coming soon on everything.
Let's go.
Gotta make it. And we ship. We ship. You know what I mean? We, depending on how many you order, we might pay for shipping.
Listen,
You know what I mean?
We might pull up to a birthday party, a wedding, you know, wherever. You know what I'm saying? Wherever. Y'all let us know.
Most definitely no. But I can't wait to the next one. And what you say? When is the next one?
July 26th, y'all. That's a Sunday as well. July 26th.
1985. Nah, but yeah, shout out to everybody though, man. We definitely appreciate y'all, man. So look though, before we move all the way on, but we are moving on from talking about the Puffin Paint, cannabis, the recreational situation that's up on us right now. That's kind of in limbo. We don't know exactly what's gonna happen with that, if they're gonna try to get rid of the recreational and just kind of push medical cannabis in the realm. But right now it's kind of looking like
getting rid of it where
just period, like just period, to where it'll be no more recreational. You know, I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, but it's a possibility. You know, it's looming. Like, people really don't know what's gonna happen though. The first test is going to be June 29th. June 29th is supposed to be a hearing to determine whether recreational is going to be moved from the Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. Just like the medical just got moved to Schedule 3 from Schedule 1. So medical cannabis is officially Schedule 3 right now. You know what I mean? And now you could jump on that plane. You could jump on that plane with your carry-on, with your bud and your carry-on, as long as it's medical. You know what I'm saying? And you could carry a larger amount, you know what I'm saying, in your other luggage also. So
I love how they didn't even, I know people are talking about, they didn't even advertise it. They didn't say nothing. Of course they didn't say nothing.
Right. If you, it was like, if you know, you know.
Right. They're definitely not going to broadcast that and have people making loopholes.
Yeah. But it sucks though, because what's the big difference between medical and recreational? The big difference, in my opinion, is the name. One of them is medical and one of them is recreational. You know what I'm saying? They both fall under the same guidelines as testing and shit like that. You know what I mean? They both supposed to get tested in the same way. So it's like, how can you leave one behind? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, how can you leave one behind? But we will see June 29th. So the DEA is holding an expedited administrative hearing starting June 29th. So that's the start of it. So it's not no guarantee that anything will be put into effect then. See, and here's another reason why it's fucked up too, though, Pop. It's because the medical side of it, they get that 280E tax that the whole cannabis industry was getting. That goes away for medical. So now that's gone for medical. Recreational is still going to be taxed that same way. So nothing went away for recreational. It just went away for medical. Now medical can get tax benefits and certain tax reliefs and certain write-offs, but recreational can't. That's why. That's another reason why it's a cold situation. You know what I mean?
It's all about money at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think money and control. Yeah, control. It's about the money.
Money and control.
Yeah. They want to get a hold of that shit, man. It's a $1 billion business, multi-billion-dollar business.
Yeah, it's some bullshit. It's some bullshit.
Well, Pop is tired, bro. Hey, shout out to Pop.
Hey, look, not even that. I just feel like, thank you, Big J. I just feel like it's about money. Thank you. I just feel like how you just said, money and control. I feel like it don't matter. Like, I get it. You know, people want to go to the courthouse. You know, they want to, you know, do this, say that, stand up for this, protest that. And I mean, I give it to the ones who are still doing that, you know?
Right.
I just feel like at the end of the day, it's just going to be one of those, like, you know, we're wasting people's dollars. We're wasting people's dollars to do, like, holding like, holding the cookie in front of your face just for some bullshit. So it's just like people waste their time, money, and energy into like what's going on with this, like you
Right.
have it legalized for how long, recreational, put businesses in the dirt, ruin lives. People put their everything, their life savings, like everything just to be in compliance with some shit that keeps changing,
Right. Facts.
and just to be like, just kidding, we might make it like it might not be recreational at all no more. Like, excuse me. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? So it's just like it's a money game at the end of the day. I don't got nothing else to say about that.
Yep.
I give it to
That's
those who are still fighting, but it's just kind of like
it's hard. It's getting harder and harder, faster and faster. You know what I'm saying? Like that switch that because we've been talking about this for a while on the podcast and sitting down, and I've always said,
forever.
yeah, watch when big business swoop in and shit though. You know what I mean? But we're gonna see, and we're gonna
Yeah.
keep you guys tapped in on what's going on. So yeah, just stay tapped in with us. And you can stay tapped in with us by following us everywhere at Best Way to Smoke with the number two, two. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Look though, confidence. How important is confidence? See, Pop, I was about to call you your real name.
It's um confidence is way more important than people think it is. I feel
Yep,
like confidence, I wouldn't say confidence is everything, but confidence is a huge part.
ain't no question.
Huge part. Like that could be just to start something,
Yep,
confidence in just to starting something.
yep.
Like some people they think about all the ways something might not work out. Like what about the ways it will?
It will work out. Yep.
Like right. Someone like confidence is like, when you walk into a room, certain people know not to like play with certain people a certain way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it's like hunting season type deal.
No question. Yep.
You can't you people smell that weakness and they'll take advantage of that. So it's just kind of like, no, always be confident in like who you are, what you say what you mean what you say, you know, yes, move with integrity, being confident about why you're moving in the way that you're moving. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
there's a method to everybody's madness. So that's my answer. I feel like confidence is a huge part of the battle.
I definitely agree with that though. So we finna get into why I asked you that question.
These niggas talking out of their neck. I'm putting no coughing out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for threats. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say there's a lot of goofies with a check. I mean,
So that question was asked for a specific reason, because the artist that I'm about to song that I'm about to play, it's a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I think it
Mm-hmm.
is a freestyle though. And you know who Biggie is, right? I think it's
Notorious
Bad
Big
Girls Club.
IG.
No. Yeah, she notorious though. She notorious. It's a female. I'm talking about Biggie from Baddies.
She a Dominican chick? I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Okay, so
She a Dominican chick? Yeah.
that's what we about to tap into right now though. This song, I say it afterwards though. Here we go.
Oh.
bit,
Okay.
bit, bit, bit.
Yo.
They remember straight.
Shit, shit, shit. Bitch.
The backpack boys, that is. Go ahead.
Hey,
Go ahead
hey,
with your bad self.
now that's the definition of confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's the definition of
Facts.
motherfucking confidence. And
Facts.
the flow is hard as a motherfucker too, dog.
The
You know what I'm
flow is
saying?
flowing.
Yeah, it sounded like
Flow
some
is flowing.
90s, some Biggie shit. You know what I mean?
Man,
That's a
man.
slap. That's a slap for me though, for sure.
Go ahead,
Hold on.
girl. Go ahead and do it. The moves. It was the moves for me. I was
Yep.
like, okay. You know? That's right. That's right. But see, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like the confidence just started, you know, and like I'm sure there's probably so many girls who are like her, look like her, sound like her, whatever, that are just like afraid to get started, step out into the world or whatever the case
Yep.
is. Fuck that. No, go after it.
Ain't no
Go
question.
after it, do it, have fun with it. You know?
Ain't no question. Ain't no question. She hard though. No, I'm reconnecting the it's good to be transparent. I'm reconnecting the Instagram because it was some technical difficulty came in with the Instagram. So I'm realigning it though. But yeah, she hard though. I never heard her rap before though. And I ran across that and I was like, okay, shit. I seen her like, you know what I'm saying, on little clips from the Bad Girls Club and stuff like that. Was it bad? I mean baddies.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never heard her rap and shit though. But she actually really got skills though. You know what I mean?
Right.
She
Right.
she got some skills.
I wish those girls would show more of their skills and less of the bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
everything.
but I mean,
but look at
people
Cardi
are gonna
B
do
though.
what pays.
Right. Look how Cardi B came though.
What you mean?
Let me see. Cardi B was hold on, let me get this line. Cardi B was controversial on what was she on? Love and Hip Hop? She was controversial.
She was on
shit,
Love
though.
and Hip Hop, but she was on. I wouldn't. Even, she was on Love and Hip Hop, but before she was on Love and Hip Hop, she was always been a personality. She did party hostings. She would turn her parties up. You know, she would do these funny Instagram videos. She was real transparent. You know, whatever the case may be. And then, you know, she got into music and she got serious about her music. And then she got on Love and Hip Hop. But again, she knew when to pivot away from the bullshit. You know, like she used it for what it was for and was like, we're focusing on the music, you know? So, but I mean, like, and that's not even no shade because I mean, these girls are getting paid, you know, they're getting paid, they're getting exposure, they're getting, you know, I hate to say it, but it's hot. Like people are going to do what's hot right now. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what people are tuning into, you could watch 1,000 good things on the news and no one's going to talk about it. But that one trending topic is going to be, you know, people like adversity. They like controversy. They love all that shit. So,
ain't no question.
You know, but shout out to her. She did her thing. The freestyle, the video, you know, the flow, you know, the lyrics, all of it.
Super. Reminded, that's some shit that could have played yesterday at the Best Way to Paint. You know what I'm saying? 90s hip hop and R&B type shit. That shit would have fit right in with the mix.
With the
You know what I
playlist,
mean?
yeah.
Would have fit right in. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh,
I love how she
everything.
said big bitch and I'm still fine.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the other
Yes.
part? What she say after that? Cause I don't want to say it and shit though. What she say after that? She said something about the face card.
Face card never declined, probably.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want to say that, Big J?
Yeah, that was hard though. That was hard, yeah.
You could say that, Big J.
For sure. Now, why would I say it like that though?
Cause you don't balance, no.
Not that kind of balance. Not that kind of balance, Pop. Not that kind of balance though. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Welcome to the pop off. You know, Team No Sleep over here.
Man.
For great reasons. So we're gonna get right into it because we had one hell of a weekend, one hell of a successful weekend. You know, and you know, I hope like going into like events like this, events like Best Way to Paint, or just any events. Like if you know me, you know I dabble into like a ton of different types of events, you know, all over the place. And my goal is always to give people good hospitality. Mm-hmm. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Just really good hospitality. You know that. Anyways, I'm gonna ask you, Big J, what would, if you're going to an event, what is something that you define as good hospitality?
What kind of event is it?
Best Way to Paint.
Okay, good hospitality would be walking in, being greeted with a Warrior water and a nice pre-roll of some quality flower, you know what I mean? Or maybe a bud, you know what I'm saying, a gram or two that I could roll up myself or stuff my own pre-roll, stuff my own joint. And upon walking into the venue, for it to be everybody that's there working to be pleasant, you know what I'm saying, and like inviting and welcome them, and to where whatever's going on inside the venue that it's known, like we know it's a taco bar around the corner, you know what I'm saying, like we know it's a bar right here with some refreshments, you know what I mean. So you know, and like now we know it's the Best Way to Smoke booth over here in the cut, you know what I'm saying, with some good quality green and some merch, different merch and stuff like that, and the Best Way to Smoke grinders, you know, them electric grinders, they will do the trick. They'll even blend up coffee beans, you know what I'm saying. But and then just being able to sit down and paint, you know what I mean, and good music, you know, that to me, that's part of the hospitality too though. If you coming for a theme vibe, it should be all the way tailored into that vibe, you know what I mean. The food can't be cold. Don't serve me no cold food. I don't want my taco shells cold, you know what I'm saying. I want everything warm when I get it, and just, you know, checking on people and making sure I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like making sure I'm enjoying myself, asking, getting feedback from me and stuff like that. I think that's like in the realm of good hospitality.
So if I was to sum it up for those who are tuning in, you enjoy just an overall experience.
Yeah.
Not just, oh, I walk in, I do what I do, I get out. You enjoy the whole experience. Like I walked in, I got some goodies, you know, I know there's this here, that there, you know, I got checked on, I got people who give a shit around me, you know, like you like the overall experience. You're just like, okay, like it from, you know, the bigger picture, from what it sounds like, right?
Ain't no question.
I love a good experience too, because it's like the experience really puts an impression on somebody. It makes you remember, you know. It makes people remember, okay, like not a lot of people, like it makes people remember how they felt when they were there and how they left, you know. So I feel like something for me that's good hospitality is like great service, right? So it's not even just like, you know, you could go somewhere and they got some free shit, but it's, you know, whatever. And oh, there's food over here, that over there. But you might have missed what was over there because there's no host, or the host who's there isn't really, they're not communicating nothing, you know, or you walk in and, you know, it's you know, there's no direction, you know, people aren't really caring like what, you know, goes on. You just got here, you want a ticket, so whatever. But like the people who are really putting that effort in to make sure everyone's taken care of, there's pieces in the right place, like whatever. I've walked into some ghetto shit, but the fucking service was great. And I'm like, I'll be back.
On the real.
I'll be back. Like,
on the real,
you know, and or I've seen the vision, you know, I see what you're trying to do, you know, but maybe you don't have the support to do it. Like, let's think of something, you know. But good service, people who are really giving a shit and putting their all into something, that's something I define as like good hospitality myself. You know, the experience, yes, but I feel like it's the people who contribute to making the experience happen, you know, that really helps, you know, create good hospitality.
Ain't no question. They gotta be ready for it. They gotta be in them, not on them. Yeah,
you know,
for real.
So what actually makes someone feel taken care of at an event, would you say? Like, what would make you feel taken care of?
The people that's supposed to be attentive to the guests, just being attentive to the guests and making sure everything that I'm supposed to be provided with for that event is provided to me, to where I don't have to go say, oh, I don't have this or I don't have that. So if I'm coming to paint, I want all the paint brushes I need. I need my cup of water. I need my paint. You know what I'm saying? And we provide multiple colors too, though. You know what I'm saying? We had about 10. We got about 14 colors. We had about 10. But you know what I'm saying? Just having everything that I need provided to me. You know what I mean? With really no questions asked, without me having to go look for something. All the way down to tissue in the restroom. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
That's right. So how do you feel about those places that like you walk in and it's photo ready? Like the decor is awesome, like the decoration, you know, just it's just like, oh wow, you walk in and it's just, this is a great place to take photos, but the service is terrible.
Yeah,
go ahead.
The decor don't matter if for me, the decor don't matter if the hospitality is garbage. If they do like if it's a change in management, you know how they do that sometimes. You go by a business and say under new management. If I see one of them signs at a place that with a nice decor, then I'll probably go back though. But I just won't fuck with it though otherwise.
And you know, I would always wonder what those things were about, but like now that you said it, like, you know, like it's like sometimes it's important. Sometimes it's like, I seen what was going on before. We gonna advertise with someone new with this motherfucker.
Under new management. And then you might still have the same staff. It's just a new manager, a new owner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, shit, because you know what? Like a new management, new owner, that will weed out whoever doesn't fit.
Yeah.
You got to get with it or get lost.
Ain't no question.
You know, do you feel like good hospitality is about luxury or attention to detail?
I would say attention to detail come first. Attention to detail though, because that's gonna make you feel good. You know what I mean? That's gonna make you feel good. I know it's gonna make me feel good. I'm be like, okay, shit. I'm coming back. Because I get turned off easily though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's things should have turned me off. Be like, man, I'm not fucking with that. I'm not going back, especially like with restaurants and food and stuff like that. So the food part is a big thing too though. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it gotta be right. You gotta keep them hands, it gotta hit. It gotta be fresh. Man. What up, John? What up, John Hitt? John Hitt said, yep, attention to detail. That's the one.
Let me see. Can someone be a good host if they're stressed the entire time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why you say that?
It just depends on the person. If you a Libra and you balanced, then you can handle it. Like for real though, like at the bud and brunch, what my job was, what a nigga had to do.
Yo.
I was stressed. You know what I'm saying? I was stressed. I told you I kept looking at the door like, is this nigga gonna come?
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? And then you
all
was
odds were against
right.
us.
And then you was doing
right.
your thing, moving around like Bob. You was handling business. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there looking like, damn, all these motherfuckers is waiting. They like, what is this nigga doing up here? When he gonna start talking to people? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Now you handled that well, because listen, talking about it was a whole heat wave in the morning. Like, remember how hot that shit was?
Yeah, I'm sweating and shit.
Before people even start coming in, we're drenched, like sweat, trying to make things work, wondering where people are.
Yep, like man. But once it got going, awesome. Facts. Yeah, shout out to the show on that one. Yeah.
But you weren't stressed the whole time.
No, not at all. Once we got going, and I knew, okay, all I got to do is push this button and woo wop. I was cool, and now we was flowing, and it was smooth. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Hey, John Hitt said depends on how they manage the stress. That's to the point of what I was saying. It depends on how they manage it.
Absolutely. I think it depends on how you manage the stress. I think it's good to be transparent with people, but also just know the show must go on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I went to it was kind of like an open mic type thing. You know, it was at a dope little spot, and I was asking, there was an artist I particularly went there to support, you know, and I didn't see her initially, and I was just like, hey, like, what time are they going on?
Right.
And the door person, or whoever the fuck she was, starts being messy. You could tell she was stressed. Apparently people weren't coming on time, starting on time. You know how it goes. Right. Like, and so she telling everybody's business. Oh, she, like, you know, I told her this, but she said that, and she's whatever. And yet I'm a guest. Why are you telling me this?
Right. I don't give a shit. And yeah, that's not my business.
And I'm looking at it like, and I'm like, I'm it's just a salesman in me, you know, the saleswoman in me is like, how are you, regardless of what was going on here tonight, whether it was supposed to be intentional or not, you're not giving me the vibe that I want to come back to your space.
Right.
Because of one artist who pissed you off.
Right.
You know, who was like communicating with her, but it was just shit happens. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it could be LA traffic type shit. But like, it was like, it could have been like, oh, you know, things got changed around a little bit. Let me show you to the bar. The fuck? Right. Or let me give you a tour of the venue. It could have been anything. Like, but, you know, she kind of like, you know, like how our guest who's tapping in said, it depends on how they manage the stress. Like, there's certain things where it's like, okay, you could tell when someone's really trying and they're just being human. Or you could tell when someone's just like, I'm stressed, so now I gotta, like, now I'm airing shit out, or now I'm projecting it onto somebody else. Yeah, so it all depends, you know. I always say, like, how people handle things, like how people handle things when things go left. That's important for me.
Facts. I look. I learned patience a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I learned patience a long time. That should be hard sometimes though, but it's better for you though. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, well, for me personally, it's better for me to kind of have patience, because you can't expect people to move, you know, how you move, or be on a certain time. Everybody got their own frequency of how they move. You know what I'm saying? So a motherfucker just gotta woosah. You know what I mean? Just period. Even with your own shit that you got going on that's out of your control, that you have to be patient about. You know what I mean? That shit, they could be wanting shit to hurry up. I need this 150,000 real quick. Like shit.
You know
what I'm saying? Like, man.
That's why we call you Patient J. Shit.
Man.
I tell you all the time.
Man, Shady J, Haitian J, shit, man.
Man of many hats right here. Man.
Hey, speaking of hats though, right? So yesterday when we was at the Puffin Paint, I was doing something and I took my hat off, right? And I could never find my hat the whole night, though. That's why I didn't have a hat on all night. I was like, where the fuck is my hat at? I went back to where I left it, and it was gone.
It was gone. Someone swiped it.
It was gone. Like
someone said, "Oh, that's nice."
That motherfucker was gone, man.
They better wear that shit, promote that shit.
Man, I take a picture. I ain't even mad. I ain't even mad about it though. I just said fuck it. I guess I ain't supposed to wear no hat today, so I just left that.
I didn't even realize you had a hat on. Now that I think about it, I never even realized you had a hat.
Yeah, because I took it on early, like in the start. Took it off in the start. And I was like, oh shit. Well, yeah,
swipe or no swiping. Well, I mean, listen, shout out to Best Way to Smoke merch, okay?
Man.
Hit the web hats for $25.
Man,
okay.
Tap in.
Hats for $25, tap in. Clearly shit getting stolen around here, so you know what's good merch. So
but listen, you know what I think happened? You know, because
we got all colors.
Look, right, all colors. No, this is what I think happened though. Because I think somebody took the hat and put it with the hats on the table at the booth.
So they took it. So whichever one smells a little funkier than the next, you know that's your hat. It smells like hard work. This is the one.
The motherfucker got a little drizzle up in that motherfucker. Yeah, just a little drizzle.
Yeah.
You got some more?
Let me see. Do you feel like hospitality starts before the guests arrive?
Ain't no question. That it comes with being prepared also. You know, if you going to set up at a venue, go get to the venue as early as possible to make it easier on yourself, because you never know, it might be different little hiccups that might come up. You know, you might have to go run out to go get something. So as early as possible as you can get to the venue, it makes it better for the whole damn day. You know what I'm saying? Or night for the whole event. Hell yeah.
I would even say like towards your staff, making like, creating already creating the environment before the staff even has to work, before the guests have to get there. You're creating, this is what I want the feel to be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, if you're not excited about it, the people working with you aren't excited about it. Your guests ain't going to be excited about it. It's just a whole, it's a whole thing. So
lead by example.
Yeah.
Lead by example.
And then that could be even like when people tap and ask questions. Yeah. So yeah, I would feel like from the moment you launch something, the hospitality got to start.
Yeah.
Do you feel like hospitality is a lost art in the self-service culture?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say it is. I'll say no. In the hospital, no. It just depends on where you go, and because see, this is what we got to realize too, though. Some people go through shit. We human, right? And what I mean by that is, a motherfucker might have a bad day. You probably didn't get no sleep the night before, arguing, motherfucker, a couple arguing, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, shit going on, and now you get to work and you cranky. You know what I'm saying? So, you just got to kind of be understanding and know that people are human, but when you working in the realm of hospitality, you got to be able to cut that shit off, though. If you're going through something or you got problems and shit, worry about that shit when you get off. Keep it in your head and shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't start projecting that shit to the customers or to the attendees, because you're gonna fuck it up. You're gonna get fired. You fucking up the bag.
You know,
attitude is contagious.
You could be messing with future bags.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no question.
You could definitely be messing up future bags. I've worked for people where the events were just, I wouldn't even say the events were trash. It was just like the people running them was just like, I'm like, this not gonna be long term. You know, whether they don't give a shit or they don't give a shit about us, their guests, whatever the case is, whatever. It's just something where it's like, okay, this is gonna be some bullshit.
Right.
But I had to remain calm and still get the job done and just fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna do what I agreed to do and I'm gonna get paid and then this won't be it after that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people will sabotage the whole shit, right? They'll be like, fuck it. I'm gonna go, still expect to get paid, half-ass it, sabotage their shit, you know, whatever the case is. But guess what? You're the one putting your face on that. Mm-hmm. You know, like, so in senses like that, I've had people contact me even after that. I can't really say I've had a bad event like that or worked for a bad event, because even when it was bad, even when it was at its worst, people still hit me up like, hey, I seen, you know, I went to wherever, you know, you made, you know, it was a shit show, but you still made me feel good. You know, you were the highlight, or, you know, I seen what was going on and, you know, I loved what you were executing. I feel like you got to come over here to a better opportunity. Like, you know, right. I've never not made out from an event.
That's so, right. Yeah, that's the Amber Alert. That's the Amber Alert, huh?
You hear it, right?
Yeah, I just got one too.
I'm like, get little Cindy home.
Hey, look, John Hit 33 says hospitality is viewed different depending on where you are. Here in America, hospitality is very tip driven, much different than Europe.
Yes. There's not a lot of, they don't have like a big tip culture in Europe. And that's why they love serving Americans. They love serving Americans. But, you know, because it's just like, you got to really do something amazing to even get that.
It's the American way to expect a tip, and no matter what you're doing, you know what I mean? For real.
Mm-hmm. I would even say different places in the U.S. they view hospitality a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely true. Just it differs wherever you go. You know.
Right.
Let's see. One more and then I'll get out of here. Should hospitality workers be expected to tolerate rude guests?
No.
Okay.
No.
Why not?
You shouldn't have to tolerate like disrespect, like a rude guest.
That's rude, not disrespect. I said rude.
Okay, rude. Should they be expected to tolerate rude guests? I wouldn't say they should be expected to tolerate rude guests. No, they shouldn't be expected to. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you got to, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes you got to see, but like when it comes to being a guest, why would you want to be rude to somebody that's handling your food?
Man. That's handling anything you got going on during that time.
Your drink, anything. Yeah.
Your drink, your food. They could be giving out free shit at the end of the event.
Man.
Guess what? They had a shortage and it was your shit.
Man. Yes, a cold game.
So many different ways, so many things where things could go left.
Yeah, and I heard some horror stories though. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my partners back in the days worked at Burger King and shit, and he would say like if somebody came through the drive-through or came through and they was rude, that bun was falling on the floor. Something was happening to that, you know what I'm saying, to that thing. Like, and when I go to restaurants and go out to places and shit, I'm nice. I'll be like, yes, ma'am. Okay, sir. Yeah, I'm nice as a motherfucker though. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't even like to send my food back. I'd rather leave.
Like, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'd rather leave, and you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm a complain about it, I'm gonna get on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna stay there and eat because they get bad about that back there, huh?
It depends on where you're at. I would say it depends on where you're at. I luckily haven't I haven't worked in a spot where it was like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But like, you know, it's like people aren't tolerating that shit no more. Especially like these millennials who are in the service industry, who's given hospitality, they don't got that thick skin like our elders did. Okay, let me tell you, they're not tolerating certain shit. They'll buck right back at the customers or the guests or whatever the case is. One thing I will say though, in like the other side of things, there are benefits to, like how you said, everyone, you know, everyone's human, everyone has a bad day. You never know, you know, how someone is like. And I remember a long time ago, I worked for a spot and everyone was terrified of this one man who would come in, you know, and they always said he's never happy. He always complains. He's a nightmare. Right. And then one day I walked over to him and he's just like, listen, like, I'm here. He was just like, I'm here all the time. And he's just like, I get the same thing every single time. All I ask for is my shit to be hot. Like, that's not so much to ask for. And I'm just like, simple. Yeah. And I was like, and again, people were terrified of this man, or they just knew he was going to be a headache when he came in. And I was just like, I mean, that's a fair request. Can my shit at least be hot? It's not like I'm mixing shit up left and right. It's not like I'm, you know, adding like same thing. Let me get some chicken. Let it be hot. You know, water with lemon. Easy. So I'm just like, okay. So I went over and like, you know, whatever. I took care of what he said. I was just like, yo, make this shit screaming fucking hot. That's it. Like, that's it. Like, just whatever. And you know, he had a funky attitude or whatever the case was, and I just, like, you know, gave him whatever he asked for. And even though people were just like, he's rude, I don't know why you tolerate him, I would have just ignored him. I'm just like, honestly, hearing what he said, he's just saying, I want my stuff hot. The rest of it is not my business, you know. Okay, you know, whatever. He ended up giving me a pretty fat tip. And I was like, and I didn't expect to get tipped at all with how he was acting, you know, at all. Right. So I was like, okay, whatever. Next time I see him around, he's asking for me. And I was like, why is he asking for me for? Man, like, he was just like, I want my order. I'm like, okay, bet. Again, guys, make sure this shit is hot. That's it. Yeah.
Hot off the presses. As soon as
that's it. He same thing, whatever, boom. And then and he was just the same thing. Again, people were just like, oh, I don't want to serve him. I don't want to serve him. And he just kept asking for me. And I was surprised, but he got the same thing every time. And that's it. I just want it real hot. Cool. Then he starts asking questions, you know, like, you know, because he was that guy. He was that, like, he was just a complainer, right? Like, you know, I don't want to be sitting, like, you know, I don't want to be sitting next to this dirty table, or I don't want da-da-da. I'm like, oh, well, actually, everyone who's supposed to be cleaning those tables called out today. I just started keeping it mad real with this guy. Mad real. Like, I'm sorry, you're right. Like, you know, but I'm the only one here right now for the next 2 hours. Right. He's like, this is too much for you to do by yourself. I know. So now he's starting to be understanding. Now he's just like reading the room, like, oh, okay. Oh, you got help today. Cool. Oh, you know, now he's arguing with people next to him who are complaining about whatever. Like, can't you see she's working hard?
That's right. That's right. That's right. Man.
So like softened him up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then like after a while, he was like, everyone was happy to see him. He started coming in happy to see him. And like that was the only thing.
You broke the ice.
Yeah. It was like, I started to keep it mad real with him, and he was just like, okay, he started to see it changed the way he viewed going out to eat. It changed the way he viewed showing up to different things, you know, because it's like, listen, you're looking at you're square, that's it. If you look around, have you seen anyone else come over here and try to take, you know what I'm saying? Like, have you read the room of what's going on?
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Yeah. So he started to understand that, and he started to be like, okay, cool. And it got to the point where he would call, and if I wasn't there, he wasn't coming in. You know, and he was just in. That was what it was, like, you know. And there was a few people actually, and that changed how I was moving with certain things in hospitality, because I'm like, even the asshole, they could just be hangry. They could just want their stuff hot. They could just, you know, whoever was at the door pissed them off. Now they're just like, they're cold to what's going on here. It could be so many different things. So if you stay in your politeness and your integrity, whatever it is, and if they get too crazy, you can be like, all right, like I'm gonna let you sit here by yourself for a second, because we're not doing that. Like, you know, but
we have the right to refuse service.
Right, exactly. You know, but I'll tell someone exactly why I'm refusing them if it gets to that. You know, it's like, no, we're not doing that. You know,
not at all. We ain't tolerating none of that. So if
you're
coming in my establishment, you're gonna be respectful to all the employees in here. Any kind of disrespect, rudeness, we don't have to deal with you though. I'll probably have a sign in there: if you're rude, we have the right to refuse service.
Just that alone, you have the right to refuse service.
That's all.
But I will say the only times like I've really had to do that was like the racist shit.
Right.
You know, like that's when it's like, okay, because like I've had people with stank attitudes who still tip me very, very well. You know, and I'm just like, I wasn't expecting it. I was like, oh, okay. And they were bigger tippers than the average nice person, you know, and it's like,
it'd be like that sometimes.
They had an attitude, you know, maybe nobody was like, what was that?
Right. No, I said John hit. He said you get those people in service industry. You got to tolerate them to a point, but never to a point where they abuse you.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. That's true.
Yep.
I tolerate them up till they get some food in their system, like a food or a drink in their system. Then maybe that's what it is. Maybe it was like, I've been dehydrated all day. I've been hungry as fuck all day. I've had people talking to me crazy all day. Now I don't want no one talking to me. It could have been so many different things of why someone can't got this rude demeanor to them, you know, and most of the time it got nothing to do with you, you know, so you got to tolerate them to a certain point. And then you know, but like how you said, know when to not be used and abused. Like, no question.
In the realm of food, though, you like to eat, Pop. You know what I'm saying? You like to get your grub on and shit, though. So this is like kind of like a dating question. You know what I mean? Like a dating question. So if your partner tells you, I don't care where we eat, you pick. And then he rejects your first 4 suggestions. Is that a test of your mind reading abilities or a breach of trust?
What?
Is it a test of your mind?
I'm not going to be dating no one who's testing me, first and foremost.
Right.
And then a breach of trust is too far. So I don't know. I'm not plead the fifth. What?
So if a nigga like, if a motherfucker like, Pop, you pick what we eating. Like, it's your choice. Like, you pick, and then you be like, oh, let's go to Eastside Mario's. They like, nah. You like, oh, let's go to Oh My Burger. Nah. You like, oh, let's go here. Nah. Let's go here. Nah. But they done already told you they don't care. They don't give a shit where we going. But every place that you suggest, they saying, oh, no, I don't want that. What, like, do you got to read a motherfucking mind? Or is a motherfucker just testing you? Like, is a motherfucker just testing you, like fucking with you?
I'm not reading nobody's mind, and I don't know what to say to that. I'll be like, after the second nah, when you told me it's your choice. First of all, I'm not picky unless I'm really craving something. I'm like, yo, let's go here, you know. And if they're like, if someone's like, no, then I'll just go by myself.
Right.
You know, I'll call someone who either wants to come with me or I'll go by myself. You know,
y'all already in the car though.
Then they gotta pick.
Y'all already in car. Y'all in the car moving and shit though.
After the second nah, they need to pick.
But they like, I don't care where we go, but the next two they like
I'm not doing that. No,
this what I'm doing.
Like I said, I'm not picky, and you don't like it. I'll be like, what are you craving then?
Man, this what I'll do though. I'm just gonna pull up somewhere.
That's it.
This where we going right here. Especially if you know the person, you already kind of know what they like. What they'll, you know what I'm saying, what they'll kind of like and shit though. So I'm gonna just pull up to something like that though. We ain't finna have all this indecision shit. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to fuck with my head? Nah. Nah, you ain't finna fuck with my. If that's what you trying to do, like nah. You know what I'm saying? Because a motherfucker might have an attitude with something. Now it's like, oh, they want to disagree with everything that you saying and suggestions. So it's different things that could play into that in a relationship. Yeah, I don't like that shit. Hell nah. Yeah, that shit is garbage.
I don't like and then I like food made with love. We're not supposed to be going nowhere and you're all stank from something that whatever. Like no, the food should be the icebreaker. That should be like you hungry. You know, you could be arguing with somebody and you hungry, you pick.
That is the icebreaker for most people, though. For sure.
Yes, because you know I am hungry and let's go.
Yeah.
I could still be mad at you at the restaurant, but this is my choice.
Man. So look. In them situations where you still mad and y'all at the restaurant eating, is you gonna show that you mad, or is you gonna just anticipate and participate in the dinner and have a conversation and shit? Are you gonna be sitting there just like nigga? Nigga. And then when we get back, we still on the same bullshit though. That's what you doing, Pop?
I gotta be real mad for me to still be on. I mean,
because once you get the food though, it just kind of once you take that first bite, it eases everything. You like, okay.
I feel like it depends, right? But I'm gonna go the mature way, manifest greatness on my life, and be like, okay,
that's right.
If you're like, you know, you want to go grab something to eat or whatever, you know, I'm gonna look at that as like the white flag, like let's break this ice. I don't want this energy with you no more. Like something like that, you know, like, and yeah, I'm gonna participate. You know, I'm definitely not gonna be awkward. I'm not cutting up in public in nobody's restaurant. Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's
I'm not. None of that's happening. None of that is happening. None of that. Like, no public. But no, keep that shit in the house. None of that's happening. But yeah, I would look at it as the icebreaker. You know, whatever. You know, if I am still hot though, I would probably express it. I'd probably be like, listen, I'm trying, but you really got me fucked up. Like, I'm trying. I try to come here and participate in this, you know, right? I want to participate in this dinner. I want to enjoy this with you. I want to whatever, you know, but
why like, you gonna say that while you eating though, huh? And the nigga sitting there like, damn, she talking about she want to participate, she want to do this, but she fucking that food up though.
Nah, I'd probably I'd probably like still go. If I'm that mad where like I'm not fucking with you, I probably won't even go. Yeah. I'm like, nah, I'm cool, like by myself. But if it's just like things happen, you know, people are human, whatever the case is. I'm not doing no tit for tat where it's you pick and I'm gonna disagree with everything, like, because what the fuck are you doing at our old age?
Yeah, that's bullshit right there though.
I'm not doing none of that. Yeah, no. And I don't want nobody doing that with me. Right. So, you know, but yeah, I would just go and just have myself a little good time. That's all.
Look, before we get up out of here though, would you expect, like, if somebody asked you and told you somebody you deal with asked you that question and said, though, you pick where we're gonna go eat, right? Would you think that they would assume that you are going to consider what they might like, the things that they might like too, and with picking a place? What if it's a situation where the places that you picked are places that they don't really like?
Like don't like, or that aren't their favorite?
We could say aren't they favorite.
Because like I like sushi. I love sushi. I could always go for sushi, but some people aren't sushi fans. But a lot of sushi places got they got other things going on. They got like the chicken, they got the beef fried rice, they got, they got other shit. They got other options.
Pop.
What?
What? You eat tartar? And you eat sushi like that too?
I love sushi. And not all sushi's raw, but I be eating the raw sushi. What's wrong with sushi?
Pop. Because it's raw. That shit raw as a motherfucker though, Pop. Like
California rolls aren't. Shrimp tempura is not.
Right, but you say you like the raw shit though.
I fuck it up.
Right. I never been a big fan. I've never been a big fan of sushi though.
Have you ever tried it?
Yeah, I tried it before though, but I never like probably many years ago I tried it though. You know what I mean? But I never been I'm not a big fan of it though. I never was and shit though. Then when I kind of got more into like health and shit and raw food and eating raw food type shit, like I'm glad I wasn't a big fan of that shit though.
Why?
I'm gonna send you some information, but I'll tell you that it has a lot of, like the parasites and shit up in it.
Any food can have that. Fruit can have that.
Yeah, for sure though. But you're right.
Any raw foods at all. Fruit, right. Like.
See, but with the fruit, you can clean it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You could clean it.
You can't take whatever's inside of a strawberry out.
Yeah,
if it's in there, it's in there.
I don't fuck with the strawberries like that no more though. I seen some shit with the strawberries.
Yo, don't be sending me no information because I can't just be.
Yeah, I seen some shit with the strawberry. It kind of scared me though. It's the show. Yeah, that shit kind of scared me though. But yeah, I'm gonna send you some information though, Pop though. But look, on that note, before we get into strawberries and berries and all that kind of shit, we supposed to be trying to get on and get some sleep though. We already over around this motherfucker though. But look, we want to thank y'all for tapping in with us. This is Best Way to Smoke Unfiltered. You can follow us everywhere at Best Way to Smoke with the number 2. I'm Big J. Make sure you stay elevated.
See Pop, your professional hype woman. Make sure you tap in with us as well on Best Way to Paint. Next one is coming in July. Okay? We'll see you guys next Monday.
Ain't no question.
Yeah, you know me, got the tree, got the hemp, got the flare. I'm gon' lean in this chair, about to put this in the air. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga.